Hello there, my gorgeous girl. Good morning. Now, honey, I went through an article that the professor sent me on how I should be managing ITB, and it was pretty different to some of the stuff I had thought of. So I thought I'd better make an emergency video before you get stuck into any of that or go running or anything. So anyway, so this is it. So a little bit about ITB syndrome. I feel like an instructor. This is super cool. Okay, so here we go. So, honey, firstly, what's going on? So, that ITV, that big band we talked about. So, I said it was kind of friction, but actually, it's more that the band kind of compresses against the femoral condyle, which is that little bit where I got the arrow there. I'm sure you know about. But anyway, so yeah, and as you get into kind of this, they call it the zone of impingement. So, it's 25 to 35 degrees. When you flex like that, and then you extend and flex, which happens a lot when you're running, that kind of it compresses the soft tissue that's in between the band and the bursa there, which kind of yeah is no fun for you. So anyway, yeah, so the ITB is under load during running when so your hip adducts or you step with narrows, and that kind of the narrow in particular that happens a lot with trail running. So that's why that is kind of a problem. So anyway, moving on from there. So overall rehab plan, honey. So I know you're really keen to get running, but I think the way we should be going about it, according to this, which looks pretty accurate, is running's kind of one of the later progressions. So firstly, we have to like build a little bit more tolerance and that kind of stuff first, which I know must be super frustrating, but this is kind of the way to go about it, I think. So I like have a look through this and see what you think. So yeah, essentially you already backed off the running, which is great, but then so uphill running isn't a bad idea if we can do that one. And then all the cycling, so that might be a little bit easier for you, hun. And then a bit of strengthening stuff I can give you, and then we kind of slowly work our way up into being able to run there at the end. So yeah, this kind of article is really cool. So it talks about kind of like what I was saying the other day about the gym, but there's an optimal area we want to be in. If we go back to running too quick, you're kind of just going to injure yourself, which is what this slide is about. Coming up right here. I know, it feels better. So essentially, honey, so since you've stopped doing what you're doing, like your pain obviously feels a lot better, and by backing off it until you got in the car the other day. But yes, so then you get back into it too quickly, and unless we kind of do some stuff for it, the same thing is probably going to happen. So that's kind of the progression we want to do. So we like kind of build the tolerance, then some plyometrics, and then eventually we get you back to running. So that's the new plan, Hunt. So this is what if you want to get stuck into it tomorrow, that's a great idea. So as part of that hip strengthening, instead of doing what I originally said, so first thing is it's called a Thomas exercise. So what the girl's doing at the top here. So with that bottom leg, you kind of push that into the bed, and you kind of feel it in your hammy as you're pushing back. But so that one, 10 times 10-second hold, and then this kind of fire hydrant hold which works on your abductor as well. So they're the kind of two if you want to have a crack at that, hun. To go for trying to 10 by 10 seconds, but you just want the last once you're getting up to the like last few reps, you want it to be nice and hard. But yeah, and then I know you're frustrated you can't go running at the moment, or if you trust what I'm saying. But yeah, I was thinking if you want to do like anything uphill's okay, honey. Not running, uphill walking on a treadmill or anything like that. If you can get a gym access, which might be a little bit difficult, but or even cycling. I know you like your cycling, so doing that and just lowering the seat down enough so your knees out of that kind of 30-degree bit where you compress the tissue in between the ITB a lot. So anyway, so see how you go with that, honey. But maybe get started with the exercise if you'd like to, and then you can pick away at anything else on that list too. And so, yeah, the idea is that you progress when you can walk downstairs without getting any pain, but you might even be able to do that now since you've been backing off it a fair bit. But if you can build some of the tolerance first, son, I think that'd really help you. And yeah, so extra things as well. So this kind of said there's no point foam rolling because you're kind of compressing what's already being compressed. So we can skip that, but you're still welcome to do all the stretching and that kind of stuff. Quads, hamstrings, glutes. I know that gave you a bit of pain relief too, so you can definitely give that a crack. And then the pes cavus that your podiatrist talked about. My professor thinks it's all right, hun. Kind of as long as your foot's mobile enough. So if you still have dorsiflexion and the hip control, that's what we're more worried about. So we're gonna have a chat about that tomorrow. But Anyway, I hope that gives you a couple of things to do tomorrow before you have a chat with me if you want, hun. And yeah, I love you very much. Hope you're feeling better and have a great day. Mwah.